Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Thursday, August 14th. You'll be interested to know. 80 years ago today, in 1945, President Harry S. Truman announced Japan's unconditional surrender, effectively ending World War II. This monumental event marked the conclusion of a global conflict that had spanned 6 years, bringing relief and hope to millions worldwide. The end of the war paved the way for reconstruction, international cooperation, and the establishment of institutions dedicated to promoting peace and security, such as the United Nations. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Thursday at Tourmaline and South San Diego. It's looking clean this morning with waist-to-chest high southwest ground swell, around 3 to 4 feet. Conditions remain fair throughout the day, with winds shifting from sideshore at 3 mile per hour to onshore at 7 mile per hour by midday. Expect the swell to hold steady as the tide changes later in the afternoon. Best time to ride is at 6 a.m. with a 2-foot outgoing low tide, when the southwest swell is 2.5 feet at 15 seconds, and the sideshore wind is 3 mile per hour. The first low tide on Thursday will be 1.5 foot at 6:45 a.m., followed by a 5.5 feet high tide at 1:30. The nearshore buoy at Mission Bay West reads 71 degrees for the water temperature. Choppy conditions dominate Friday with waves around 3+ feet and south winds. Saturday sees a slight drop to 2 to 3 feet, but winds ease, offering fair conditions in the morning before becoming choppy again. Sunday holds steady at 2 feet with fair conditions throughout, making it the most consistent day of the period as winds remain light. This morning, it's cloudy and it feels like 70 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:36, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:14. It looks like we're in for some partly sunny conditions today, with a high near 76 and a light west breeze. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a low of 65 and gentle winds. Looking ahead in the weather. Expect partly sunny skies on Friday and Saturday with highs near 72. Sunday warms up to a high near 74. Nights will be mostly cloudy with lows in the low 60s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news. On January 1st, a new daylighting law took effect in San Diego, aimed at enhancing visibility for drivers and pedestrians by prohibiting parking within 20 feet of any marked or unmarked crosswalk. However, confusion still lingers among some San Diegans regarding the specifics of the law. Residents of Normal Heights suggest clearer signage to inform drivers about the restrictions. A parking enforcement supervisor emphasizes that the rule applies to both marked and unmarked crosswalks. Since enforcement began in March, around 4,200 tickets have been issued, potentially generating $3 million in revenue for the city. Now on to sports. Fans seeking tickets for the 2025 Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, should pay close attention to the fine print. The tournament features 20 top junior teams from around the globe, and while attendance is advertised as free, there are important stipulations. access to Howard J. LeMade Stadium and Volunteer Stadium is granted on a first-come, first-served basis, but some sections require special passes. During championship weekend, only ticket holders can enjoy the final games. Fans without tickets will have to watch from a distant hill. In local sports. Yesterday afternoon at Oracle Park in San Francisco, the Padres beat the Giants 11-1. Nick Pivetta pitched 6 2/3 strong innings, allowing 1 run with 8 strikeouts. Ramon Laureano had 3 runs batted in, including a homer. The Friars finished with 14 hits and no errors, leaving 8 runners on base. San Diego's record improves to 69-52, completing a 3-game sweep in the series over the Giants, much to the enjoyment of my good friend Dan, who always catches my mistakes. Tomorrow afternoon, the Padres clash with the Dodgers in Los Angeles for Game 1 of a 3-game series. Pitchers have yet to be determined. First pitch is at 7:10 with clear skies and a comfortable 75 degrees expected. It's gonna be a battle for first place in the West. In top news, AT&T will pay $177 million in a class action settlement following alleged data breaches last year. In one incident on March 30th, 2024, sensitive customer data, including addresses and social security numbers, was exposed on the dark web. Another breach occurred on July 12, 2024, where limited data was illegally downloaded. Customers affected by the first incident can claim up to $5,000, while those impacted by the second may receive up to $2,500. The claim deadline is November 18, 2025. In business news, Bitcoin has reached a record high, climbing to $124,000 as expectations for easier monetary policy from the Federal Reserve fueled its rise. The world's largest cryptocurrency surpassed its previous peak from July, while the second largest token, Ether, soared to $4,780, the highest since late 2021. Analyst Tony Sycamore noted that a sustained break above $125,000 could send Bitcoin to $150,000. The favorable regulatory environment, including an executive order allowing crypto assets in retirement accounts, has also contributed to this surge. Taking a look at the most recent pricing, Bitcoin is up 0.5% to about $123,000. Ethereum is up 2% to just under $4,800. And XRP is up 3% to $3.33. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. In a world increasingly resembling the film The Matrix, an MIT computer scientist suggests we could be living in a simulation, estimating the likelihood at approximately 70%. This assessment comes from advancements in artificial intelligence and virtual reality. The author cites examples like Google Veo, which creates realistic videos with AI-generated characters, and AI companions from Grok. He argues that as technology progresses, the probability of reaching a simulation point increases, where virtual worlds become indistinguishable from reality. Ultimately, this raises the unsettling question: are we already inside a sophisticated simulation? And in entertainment news, Taylor Swift is excited to reveal her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, set to release on October 3rd. During the latest episode of New Heights, she unveiled the album cover, which showcases her floating underwater, with the title in an orange, glittery font. Co-produced with Max Martin and Shellback, the album features 12 tracks, including a collaboration with Sabrina Carpenter. Swift described the record as an exploration of her inner life during her tour, aiming for infectious melodies and vivid lyrics. This is her 12th studio album, following the Tortured Poets Department, released in 2024. Well, alrighty, folks. It's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American civil rights leader and activist, Martin Luther King Jr. And he said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, reminding us that we're caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in San Diego.